Hi guys, I'm Arvind. I'm here to do my database 7th experiment, and this experiment deals with triggers and cursors. And this experiment, they've given us a set of questions and answers to write the query for it. And there's a set of questions, and I'm going to. Here, the first question is to create a trigger that prevents the same car being booked on the same date. And the syntax for the trigger is create or replace trigger name, insert, delete, or whatever required, and on which column that should be done and for each row, and the PLSQL syntax begin on that, and we write the record form. And for this question it is create or replace trigger name before insert on car booking for each row when this new dot booking date is equal to old dot booking date and new dot customer ID is equal to old dot customer ID begin, and the output which has to be shown on the screen, like dbms.out.putLine car already booked, and this will be shown to output user if it is try to book on the same date the same car. The next question is to raise an application error if the customer is not a member. The query is to the same as creating a trigger, create or replace trigger name before insert or update. Either one of those commands are performed on car booking for each row when new.customer ID not equal to old.customer ID begin, and throw this error message, raise application error, you are not a member and kindly access the admin. This trigger is created. Trigger is automatically called when this happens. Next question is to create a trigger to update the price details whenever a new car is added, and so on. As usual, goes on by creating a trigger, that is create or replace trigger name, and before or after. In this case, it's after. Insert on car details for each row begin. Insert into price details, car ID, car type. These are the attributes in the table, and if the values and new values are inserted, values new dot car ID, new dot car type, and all for each of this happens for attributes, and this trigger will be thrown because there's an updation happening on the attributes. Next question is to create a trigger to delete the record in the car details table. Corresponding row has to be removed from the car detail. So if there is a uh, some that row should be removed from the table. That's what is trying to ask us to do here. And the query goes on is create or replace trigger name after delete on car details for each row begin, and the PLSQL command delete from price details where car ID is equal to old car ID, and we put a message to the user entry deleted, so the entry will be deleted. Next question is to create a trigger that will inform you to update the price of at the last day of the month. So as usual, we start off with create or replace trigger name before update on price details for each row when sys date is equal to last of this sys date. That means the system's date is taken, and if the last day of the month begin, and this message will be shown to update the price table, so the user can update the price table on the last day of the month. Now the next question is to create a trigger that will display the number of booking when the new bookings are added. So create or replace trigger name after insert on car booking. After this inserting happens on car booking table, for each row we declare a variable num, and it's of the type number, and the begin where the executable statements are written. Select count of star into num from car booking. So the count will be given to the num which we have declared in the declare state block here, and we give the number of booking done by giving the dbms output.putLine, and the number of bookings done will be shown there. Now this is to display the above created trigger SQL. So the syntax query for this will alter trigger name and disable. So the above created trigger will be disabled. Next is to drop the last created trigger. So the query for is drop trigger trigger name. And the last question is to display the count for each car being booked. So we create a trigger, create or replace trigger, trigger name after insertion, insert on car booking. Insert is a command done here. It can be insert, delete, update. For each row, declare and we declare two num as number and id as number. Begin and the executable statement. Select car id, count star into id num from car booking table and group by car id. And the number of counts being booked is shown here as from dbms output dot put line id and the number is shown. And this is all about triggers, and thank you.